Took a little break there 'cause I got sick. I always get sick when my kids are sick, of course. It doesn't matter if I wash my hands, it doesn't matter Germ-X, bleaching in the house, it doesn't matter. One of my kids is still at home sick. The other ones are at their dad's. But I thought that I would get on here and make a video because I did the Sew Sampler quilt and I did it in 2 nights. Maybe 3 nights. I don't know. I know I had to stop at some point because my shoulders were hurting. I don't have a good chair. But I these right here is because I measured this. I did. And I knew I had 4 yards of this. And it's super easy for me to math out quilts. I can look at a quilt pattern and immediately like break it down and be like, okay, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this, and I'm going to do this for this many, and I could usually break it down. But I guess because I wasn't feeling too good when I was cutting fabric, I cut like 6 extra blocks and didn't realize it. So I have some of these flowers left over with this fabric and this because this was only supposed to be in these little patches right here. That's all that was supposed to be in. But whatever. I guess now I have 6 blocks I guess I could put together and make pillowcases or something for it. And this is a very large quilt. I'm going to go ahead and try and show you what it looks like. I don't even know if I can get it in frame. It's so big. I'll have to post a picture of it somewhere in there. I know I posted a picture of it on YouTube, like a post. So I guess if you can go in there and look. But look how crisp I got my corners. My corners are like really good, man. I was so happy with that. Sometimes whenever you cut fabric, you have like, the extra. And I was watching a video of Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop where she sews her fabric a little further down the strip and then trims it in a certain way. And I don't know what video it was, but I thought that was brilliant. So I tried it and it worked phenomenally. I was very happy with that. But my little blocks, I use batik fabric. I got a video where I was looking at all my batik scraps and stuff, and I love the way batiks are. I love the way they cut. I love the way that they iron. It was amazing. So I'm gonna work on my Christmas quilt because I put it on hold to do my Sew Sampler quilt. And then the one in this chair I need to work on too because that's my tea party quilt. Blooper. It'll be alright. Now this tea party quilt's pretty cute. I've seen this on Fat Quarter Shop and had to get it. This is my background. I found a Fat Quarter bundle on Southern Fabrics. I think it was like $28. And I can't remember who it's by, but it is a Riley Blake Fat Quarter pattern or bundle. And it worked so well for these little teapots. And I really like the red background. So here's one of my teapots. I know that whenever this quilt pattern came out, they had a different fabric line that was supposed to go to it, and I actually wanted to use that fabric line. And there's my other teapot. So you got some of these that go left and some of them that go right. And that's because the way the pattern calls for it. And then I've got these all switched up. So like they're all different. And I've got 4 of those right now. I need to iron them and finish this real bad. But I'll show you a picture. That's the pattern. And that's the fabric that called for this. But see, I used a different, but it almost similar. I really like it. I really wish I knew what fabric they used. I don't know. It's a 63 by 83, so that's not too shabby. I do need to get on Fat Quarter Shop and try and find a border because I don't have any floral fabric that I could use as a border. And I don't know which one I want to use. But I know I want something that goes with this fabric line. But it's super cute. Whatever it is. I did put like 2 of my fat quarters in here to add to this bundle. And then all of this fabric is so much stuff. But at some point, I need to finish that. I started it, made my teapots, and then I stopped and started something else. I'm not entirely sure. So now I have to figure out how to sandwich my quilt. I messaged that lady on Marketplace to do the long arming on that sew sampler one, and she hadn't messaged me back, and I think it's because of the holidays. But I've been making a quilt for my neighbor, and I showed her. She's been like my little cheerleader when it comes to me making quilts, because I told them the second that I started quilting that, you know, I'll show them everything I made, and they've seen everything I've made, and they can tell that I've gotten better, and they love it. Like, they love me showing them. And I showed her that brown one with the blues and the pinks, and she fell in love with it. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna give this one to you. So I need to sandwich it and quilt it, and I'm gonna do it myself because I didn't get a message back from that lady. It's so hard to find someone to long arm my quilts for me without it costing an arm and a leg, and I did the math and all that, and I think the way she did it was 5 cents an inch, and then that one's 81 by 81. I don't know if I did my math right, but I'm assuming it's around $81, like base pay. That doesn't, I don't know if that includes thread or pattern, but I know square inch wise it was like 81 bucks, maybe close to, you know, around that. But I don't know. I'm gonna be working on my tea party quilt and my Christmas quilt, and I want to see how fast I can get those done. I'm doing 2 Christmas quilts of the same quilt, and I'm doing them at the same time. One has a solid black background, and the other one has a plaid background. So let's see how fast I can do those. I know that's gonna take a little time because there's 16 reindeer that I have to do. And the reindeer are going to take a minute because, you know, a lot of pieces. I'm looking at the pattern. There's a lot. I thought that my leaves were going to take me forever. I'm pretty sure I was wrong. But, I've been window shopping and just enjoying looking at stuff, and the Black Friday sale at Fat Quarter Shop was only 15% off. And I tried to, you know, get some stuff, but my PayPal 4-in-1, it was going to be more than what I wanted to pay. So I guess I'm going to have to do like 2 orders. I do one, you know, at the $400 level and do PayPal 4-in-1 because I couldn't afford $800. and $800 is a lot of money. But it was all yardage, and I need yardage, not bundles. I have plenty of bundles of stuff, and I don't know. I didn't buy anything. I just had it in my shopping cart. Some of it was batiks, some of it was solids, some of it was. Um, I did find some fat eights because I have a laundry basket quilt pattern that I want to do, and she uses fat eights of Andover fabric. And I did find some fat eights that I really liked on the laundry basket quilt kit website. And I don't know, laundry basket quilts has fabric on their website to buy. And I found the rolls for 19, but I think there was only like 5 strips of it. And I don't know. I feel like maybe I could find more on Etsy for a better price, or find like bolt ends of something. I don't know about y'all, but bolt ends are my favorite thing to buy. I love buying bolt ends. And you know, I've never had a problem with bolt ends. I think there was an Etsy seller that did her bolt ends, cut it up, and sold it, and she had 3 pounds for $20, and 3 pounds of name name designer Riley Blake uh, art gallery, um, Lori Holt. Like, I mean, bigger than fat quarters. They're width of fabric. Sometimes they're between 7 inches of width of fabric, and sometimes they're 33 inches width of fabric. Like, that's almost a yard. So, I really like doing bolt ends. And then sometimes, you know, I'll get like 2.5 inch strips, and there's nothing wrong with them. It's one strip. I have a bucket. I have so much stuff. Ugh. I don't know why I need to buy more fabric. I don't. But I think I like hoarding fabric, because when I find a pattern, I know exactly what I have to put it in a quilt. And it makes me very excited because I don't have to go to the store and go get anything. That's my, like, I guess that's how I feel about it. But, I have so many patterns. And then, you know, they just kind of sit because I can't quilt fast enough to get them done. I bought all of the Elizabeth Hart patterns, and I really like sampler patterns because I'm not doing the same quilt block, like repetition. Sometimes repetition kills me. It doesn't matter if you're chain piecing or not. Like, I would rather make like a block or two of the same thing, and then, like, you know, 6 or 7 other blocks of something different. But I've got my dinosaur one that I can't wait to make, and I'm collecting solids for this quilt. But that's the problem. I'm also collecting solids for this one, so I could do this one. I know. They got this version and this version, which is why I said I have so much in my shopping cart at Fat Quarter Shop. And then I bought the robot one too. The robot one is so cute. I don't know which one I'll do first. I kind of want to do the robot one because whenever I went to Maine, we go to Maine like twice a year, sometimes once, because, you know, we fly our other 2 girls down here. There is a store there called Martin's, or Marvin. I don't remember what it's called, but they have like dead stock fabric, or fabric that I guess they've, like, quilt shops or something has closed down, and then they get it and they sell them. So you got like, I'm trying to remember. I remember buying Robert Kaufman, or the Fasse Coffit's fabric. They had the, actually I have it. This right here. I don't know how much this is a yard. I'll have to look. But when I went to Maine, I found every color on bolts, and they were selling it for $4.99 a yard. And $4.99 a yard for Cafe Facets is amazing. And I don't know, I've literally been holding on to this since I bought it. And at the time, that was 2 years ago. Or it was last year, I can't remember. We go all the time. It was the first time I went to that fabric store. It wasn't even a fabric store. It was kind of like Goodwill, but not. But I bought this, and I've been trying to save money because we're supposed to go back in April, and when we do, I do plan on going to Quilty Bird because I went there and I bought a lot of patterns. I think I spent like $200 at Quilty Bird, and then I told myself I wasn't going to buy any fabric, and I ended up buying bolts of solids for $30, like bolts. So I have three types of blue, green, yellow, and then I have some wordplay that's yellow. I bought that. And these bolts were $30. Some of them, I bought one bolt of fabric. It was Benetrix. And it was light blue. It was $15 for 15 yards. It's like $1 a yard. And there ain't nothing wrong with that fabric. It's better than Joann fabric. Because you know, their simple solids is like $2.99 a yard. And when you go to iron it smells like burnt plastic. Yeah, Benetrix is so much better, and it was cheaper than that. So that was pretty nice. And I'm hoping when I go back that I have a set amount of money that I can buy fabric there, which is another reason why I've not been buying very much to unbox anything, because I can't wait to go to Maine in April. I think it's in May, but we're going to go at the end of April because we drive, and it takes like 2-3 days to drive. And then, yeah, oh, it's such a dreary drive. I will document that drive and post it on my YouTube channel because I'm telling you, from being in Arkansas, that drive up there is way different if you don't travel. And I really, really, I love it until I'm on the interstate. When you're on the interstate and going through cities, I don't like it very much. And I do drive. Me and my husband will flip-flop and drive, and I'm really hoping that me and him can go this year without taking my kids because my grandmother lives in Maine. She lives in Prescott. And then if that works out, then, my husband could drive me to Prescott while he stays with his kids, and then we can spend time with our families separate. His kids get him, and I get my grandma. I love my grandma. That woman pretty much raised me when I was younger, so it would be a really, really sad day when she leaves us. But she's in Maine, and I absolutely cannot wait to go back. Mainly because I love spending time with her, and I stay at her house. And then my husband will stay with his brother, and, he'll spend time with his family. I know we're married now, and it's all of our family. But sometimes, I just feel like his girls were, like, he's driving down there to see his kids that he doesn't get to see every day, and that, like, they want to spend time with him. And, it's okay that I'm around, but, like, I don't know. I just like giving them their time together because they don't get to see their dad. And I remember having that in my life when I was a child. Whenever I was a kid and my dad brought his wife around and he was coming to get me when I was a child, I didn't really want anything to do with my stepmom. I just wanted to see my dad. And my stepmom tried to be my mom, and I was like, no. You have to remember, I'm like, 11, 12, 13. These girls are, 21 and 19 or 18, almost 19. So I'm almost their age. I'm their friend. I'm just, I'm never going to play stepmom. Only because I know what it's like. I love them. I do. I love both of them very much. I just don't want to ever step on their toes. But anyway, getting in the rambling part of my life, that doesn't matter. But I can't wait to go to Maine, and I can't wait to document that. That's in April, and I'll have videos on that. And when I go to that store, I will video that store, because I'll take my tablet. I just need to get a case for this so I can do videos, because my phone is so full of videos of my kids that I can't use my phone. But I am so sorry that I'm sick, and it's not like a bad sick, it's just a severe headache, and I'm a little sniffly. But here in Arkansas, it's either 70 degrees or it's 33. It doesn't want to make up its mind. So, like yesterday morning, it was really, really nice out and like kind of dreary for like Halloween feel, even though it's November. And then, you know, wake up in the morning and it's cold. And I'm like, wear shorts, wear a sweater. Be freezing cold, be really hot. Turn your air on, turn your air off. Open your windows. Arkansas weather is a whole nother breed of, I don't know, it's like a woman that can't make up her mind. But anyway, um, let me know what you think of my quilt that I made, of the Sew Sampler quilt, because I was super excited to make that. I seen Andrea from Arkansas Girls unbox the Sew Sampler quilt before I got mine, and I immediately was like, oh my god, I need to make that. I need to make that right now. I know what I'm going to do. And then I did it. But anyway, thank you for showing up, and sorry it's been a couple of days. I haven't. I got the box on Friday, started the quilt Friday night, and finished Sunday night. Monday morning. I mean, I quit and was done at 4 a.m. in the morning. I sew a lot at night and in the morning, and during the day I don't. I don't know why. I just take naps during the day, so I just don't do anything. I think between the time that my kids are in school, it's funny, when my kids are home, I can quilt and I don't feel bad for quilting because they're home. But when they're not here, I feel like I'm not going to have any time to do anything. So I just need to hurry up and take a nap so I have more energy when they're home. But two of my kids have went to their dads, so I won't have them for Thanksgiving. I don't even do Thanksgiving. I don't do a lot of holidays because I never have my kids. My kids want to be with their dad, so I do let them go. And whatever. I have them all the time. Holidays are not a big deal. They're not significant. Like for Christmas, I plan on doing one gift, and then we're going to do stockings this year. I think last year they went to their dad's and we did 3 gifts, no stockings. And I felt, I'm so sorry. I have real bad heartburn right now. I'm just super, I used to love Christmas. But when my kids started going to their dad's house, it kind of, I just don't get to do Christmas anymore. And then when the girls come down here, my husband's 2 daughters, you know, they're not coming until after Christmas, around like January. So we have to move our Christmas day anyway. So we're gonna move Christmas to the first of the year, and then that's when we'll do ours. And I'm not allowed to have a Christmas tree because I have cats. I don't know what to do with that. I thought about making like a quilted Christmas tree, like literally a piece of fabric, and like bind it and do like crazy quilting and hang it up on the wall, so it'll be like a large wall hanging of a Christmas tree, and just put it like right over here. I have to move this thing. This needs to go in the trash because they've broke it and it's hanging on by a thread. I'm waiting for one of my cats to die jumping off of it or jumping on it. And I need to get on Chewy and order another one because I think I spent $89 on this one and it's lasted us 2 years. So that's pretty good. But I want to clean all of this up and expose that wall. I just don't know where to put this because my desk is where that was supposed to go. And we have a gigantic couch, so there's like nowhere to put that. I mean, I could temporarily put it in my kids' room. I wish I could put it in my room, but I can't even put it in my room because I have fabric in my room. I've taken up half the bedroom with my fabric collection. I'll make a YouTube video of my fabric collection if anybody wants to see it because I've been telling Andrea that I got a lot of fabric. I have a box somewhere and I have been putting fabric in it for her, and I have no idea where that box went. I know there's like a t-shirt in it. There's Lori Holt fabric. There's Lori Holt patterns, which now I think she's had those patterns. I don't know. That is just a bunch of stuff that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna give this to her and she can unbox it. And then I I lost the box. It's in my room somewhere, like covered in other fabric. Because at one point when I was working, I would buy like $600 or $700 worth of shit, and I don't know. I have a bad problem with buying fabric. You say $700 is a lot of money, but when you're working at a factory and you're bringing home 2 grand every week, and then your husband works and also brings home money every week, there at the very beginning of my quilting life, I stocked up because, I didn't really want anything else with my spending money. My spending money was, what I bought stuff with. My husband does Warhammer, and that's what his spending money goes to. And he paints and plays Warhammer with these little figures. And between me and him both, we probably have way more money in our hobbies than we do anything. But I support his hobby and he supports mine. He created mine, so it's his fault that I have a lot of stuff and take up half our room. He actually added himself to my YouTube video, so he's gonna start getting notifications of my videos I post, and I just want to be like, "Hey, baby, I love you," and he's gonna be like, "Girl, you talk way too much." I'm waiting for it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming. Let me know how I did on that sew sampler quilt. Toodaloo.